People deluded, a quick vid, I'm not going to be here long. I'm sure you all know of Ben Sheaf. He plays for Arsenal, formerly of West Ham. He's made his debut, etc, etc. But how many of you knew about his brother Maxsheaf? Now, I don't think he was always at Arsenal, but they're two very talented players. I think they've actually, in their youth, away from being good footballers, they're very good in terms of athletics or track and field events as well. So they're very sporty individuals. Pardon me, people. I rate Maxsheaf because I saw him on the bench against Hull, for Hull, sorry. I believe he's made his debut for Hull at some capacity. I could be wrong, but just to see him on the bench, I rate him a lot, man. He found out he wasn't getting he's 18. He found out he wasn't getting a scholarship at Arsenal. That would devastate a lot of players. I'm sure he still has dreams of playing with his brother at one point in the professional game, but the potentially training and being full-time with your brother, realising your dream, it didn't happen for a minute. And just away from that, it's never nice to be told in anything you're not wanted or it's not going to happen for you. It's how you fight back. Many people have fallen or let it eat them. He didn't. Obviously, Hull is not on the same level as Arsenal, no disrespect to Hull, but he went to Hull, got his head down, kept working, determination. He got his professional contract, and I cannot remember people's either made his debut for Hull, or I definitely saw him on the bench against Millwall for Hull. So that's a good turnaround within 2 years from 16 to 18. Why I rate him more as well, I'm not sure many people know this, but he actually fractured his skull as well. Like as a young man, as anyone in any walk of life, that will devastate them. But as a young man with ambitions to be a footballer, he must have been scared. Will I ever get to be a footballer again? Will I be able to do things like walk and will my brain be able to, I don't even know the words, people, but process certain movements, like I want to pick up my phone, can I do it, and stuff like that. Just being a basic human away from football. Football was probably the least of his issues. That must have been a terrifying time for his mother, his father, his brother, everybody connected, because that's a man's health and a man's life. He's come back from all of that, people. He's come back from it. It did. Obviously, you don't recover for them things overnight, and maybe he'll never fully recover medically. I'm not a doctor, but I rate that. He's come back from being released. He's come back from a fractured skull. He's probably had all types of trials and tribulations, and we also got to remember the rehabilitation phase that goes into a fractured skull. He's had a lot to cope with as an 18-year-old. Like, he's probably been forced to grow up incredibly fast, and maybe that made him more determined in how he plays football. Maybe that made him cherish it. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's a blessing in disguise that he fractured his skull. Of course it's not. But sometimes the threat of losing something or not being able to do something or being able to, having to look at something from a different point of view or a different viewpoint, it sharpens your hunger, basically, people. And he has nothing but my respect, man. Again, I want all players to go as far as they can. But just as a man, pure resilience from this young man. Pure resilience. Didn't take no for an answer when he got released. Didn't let the fractured skull destroy his chances, and he's got a pro deal. And to be honest, to go through all of that and be on the bench against Millwall, whether you made your debut or not, that's a good thing, man. And obviously I don't know the people around him in that, but I also have to big up his support network, Hull City as a football club, and anyone that was just in around him and involved, man, because obviously he had to. Ultimately, it is, no matter what's happened to you and how many people want you to do good, it's you that has to better your life or come back from tragedy and pick yourself up. Because it's not harsh, people, but he got released from Arsenal. He could have felt sorry for himself. He's got a fractured skull. People obviously gave him sympathy, the support he needs, but the only person that can climb him out of that situation, obviously once he's medically clear and they've done their checks, the only person that can get him back on track in terms of what he wants to do is himself. And I big up his support network, but like I said, man, nothing but my respect, because he's come through a lot, man. He's come as fractured skull, people. That's a serious issue, He's come back from it, and I want him to go all the way, man. Whatever your dreams are in regards to football, I want you to do it, man. But you've got nothing but my respect, man. Nothing but my respect. On that note, though, I'm going to keep it moving, people. So if you wish, comment, subscribe, like the video for me, share it up. I'm out.